Welcome to my ActiveCampaign tutorial series, where I teach you everything you need to know about ActiveCampaign. My name is Pulkit Gera, and I'll be your guide to ActiveCampaign for this series. So let's dive right in. We'll start the series by properly setting up a new ActiveCampaign account. But before we do that, you should get your free ActiveCampaign account so you can follow step by step. Simply click the affiliate link below the video to go to ActiveCampaign and enter your email address. Here you'll get your 14-day free trial and you don't need to provide your credit card information. Here you'll enter your name and phone number and click Next. Now we'll need to provide some basic info about how many contacts you have, how many employees, what's your industry, and the email marketing platform you're currently using. You can ignore this because if you move everything over to ActiveCampaign, the best way to do that is to contact ActiveCampaign's migration team. These people are pros at moving data from one platform to the other, and they'll make sure that your move to ActiveCampaign is smooth and that things work properly. This is important because moving your data can be a very complicated process, and if something goes wrong, it can cause a big mess which can be really difficult to sort out later. The migration support is completely free, and they'll help you move your contacts, tags, custom fields, and even automations. Anyway, so in the next step, we need to create a password. For this demo, I'll just type in a random password. This is the view that you'll see the first time that you log in. You can click on any of the options here. It doesn't really make much of a difference which one you click. And you'll be taken to the dashboard. And here you'll find some options to help you get started quickly. Now you can navigate away from this page if you like, and the getting started items will still be here when you come back to the dashboard. To make them go away, you actually need to dismiss these prompts by clicking the No Thank You option. Below this, you'll see your ActiveCampaign dashboard. You can customize this dashboard by dragging and dropping the panels wherever you want. You can also add more items to the dashboard using the menu at the bottom of the screen. You can also remove items from the dashboard by clicking the close icon here. And the items you remove don't disappear permanently, they just get moved down to the bottom menu, and you can add them back by clicking on them and they'll be added back to the dashboard. Another important thing is that on the bottom right, you have the support icon. If you ever get stuck somewhere, then click on this help icon and you'll get help articles and option to do a live chat with the support team. Now for all new accounts, ActiveCampaign automatically creates a list where you can store your contacts. It's called the master contact list, and we can find it by going into contacts and then clicking lists. So we click on the drop down and choose edit. So here you can change the name of your list. Below this, you'll find your list URL, which is good to know, but not really important. And below that, you'll find the list description. Okay, so now we have our contact list and we need to add some contacts here so we can send them emails. I'll show you how to do that in the next video because we still need to do 2 more things to finish setting up our account before ActiveCampaign will allow us to send out emails. First, we need to add a physical address to our emails. This is a legal requirement for all marketing emails. So let's add an address. First, we click on Settings, then click Addresses, and then on the top right, click Add an Address. Okay, so this is just a tutorial, so I'll just make up an address. But for sending real emails, you should use the address where your company is registered. If you haven't registered a company yet, maybe you could use your home address. But I really don't know what specific laws apply to you, so please check with your local authorities and provide the correct address here. ActiveCampaign allows virtual addresses or PO box addresses, so you can safely use that if you want. If you want to get a virtual address for your company, just search online for virtual business address. If you want an address in a specific country, then just add the name of the country to the end of your search query. So the second thing we need before we can send emails is to verify the domain name that we'll be sending emails from. So you might have noticed that for this tutorial, I signed up to ActiveCampaign with a Gmail address. But we don't want to use that address because Gmail is not supposed to be used for sending marketing emails. So here's what I do. I send my Funnel Gems newsletters from this email address. And you can use any email address to send your emails as long as it's from your domain name. Now, once you've chosen the email address that you want to use to send your emails, you'll need to verify it with ActiveCampaign, so ActiveCampaign knows that you have access to this email address. So for this, we need to go into Settings and then click Advanced. So the first thing we see here are the email deliverability options, and unless you're sure you can manage your own advanced settings like DKIM and SPF, you should let it be the way it is. Now we need to verify the domain name that we'll be sending emails from. So here you'll enter an email address which ends in yourdomain.com. Now ActiveCampaign will then send you a verification email, and you'll need to click the link in the email to show ActiveCampaign that you have access to this email address. And we are almost finished setting up our new ActiveCampaign account, but I just want to show you a few more things which are quite important. First, let's take a look at the date and time settings. By default, ActiveCampaign sets the date in month-day format. But if you prefer the day-month setting, you can change that by selecting it here. You can also choose between 12-hour and 24-hour time here. Once you've chosen your settings, just hit Save Settings and that's done. Next, let's visit the Developer tab. This is where you'll find your ActiveCampaign API URL and key. These will be important later when you're connecting ActiveCampaign to other apps and platforms that you use for your business. And the last step is to properly secure your ActiveCampaign account. Let's start by setting up multi-factor authorization. For this, we need to go to the security page. And here you'll first need to set up multi-factor authorization for yourself before you can set it up for other users on your account. The process is fairly simple, and you just have to follow step-by-step instructions. And on the bottom of this page, you can also set the automatic session timeout duration. So if you leave your ActiveCampaign account logged in and walk away from your computer, ActiveCampaign will log you out of your account automatically. I like to set it to 3 hours because that's not too long and not too short. So that's the basic ActiveCampaign setup completed. We'll be looking at some advanced setup steps later in the series. In the next ActiveCampaign tutorial, we'll be importing our contacts into the master customer list, and then we'll get ready to send out our first email from this new ActiveCampaign account.